everyone! Welcome to another stream. Second week in a row. I'm on a roll. It's going well. Today, as I said last week, I am continuing with the APPA model that I made. Yip yip indeed. Wonder. Hello, hello. So on my Twitter, I did tweet out a very base textured version. Purely just because that was like the easiest way to show it off. But I'm back. I made a couple of fairly insignificant changes. I moved these horns about a little bit, maybe a few proportion changes, but I don't think there's anything really that I remember or that you'll notice that I changed. So I'm just having another look around the model, just seeing if there's anything else I want to change before I get started with texturing. I could lower these feet, I guess. So like it's... These little toe beans are at a similar height. But I will be starting the texture from scratch. I'm not using the texture that I showed on my Twitter. I just came here to watch. Well, that's okay. You can come here and watch if that's what you want. Is there anything else I want changing? I don't think so. Throughout this process, I'm going to be adding panes and stuff so I can add texturing. I'm making APPA from Avatar: The Last Airbender, now back on Netflix, so hint, watch it. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you guys are here to watch, because I don't really know why else you'd be here. Resolution wise for this, I'm kind of deciding between the new normal Minecraft resolution 16 times or 32 times. I don't know. Hi Janice. Well, if you're not aware of APPA or Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's a sky bison, which is a flying bison slash, I guess, if you don't know what a bison is, it's like a big cow. Hello, Cano. Because when I was testing texturing it before for Twitter, like, I used a 16 resolution, but I don't know. I don't know if I could truly get the kind of detail that I wanted from it, so... I don't know. I'm conflicted, but we'll see. I think I might start with 13. Even though it's going to take a little bit longer, I can get more detail in it, so... 32. I mean, I think that's still reasonable. It might take me 2 streams instead of just today, but we'll go with it. Let me get you a picture of Fofo. So... This is APPA. He's a big sky bison, he's fluffy, he has an arrow on his head. Very cool. Very cute. Wholesome. So going off of APPA's kind of fur colour, he's got quite a light, like dirty white, off-white colour. What I'm going to start doing is starting with a base shading, so just marking out where I want different colours to be, any kind of major details, and then I'll go in and detail it and shade it after. So let's start with I guess an orangey colour. Let's start here. I really should have put a reference in the top corner. I said I was going to do it, but I didn't. Maybe a bit lighter. That seems close-ish. I'll go with that for the time being. Yeah, I watched Avatar when I was, well, not that much younger, but a bit younger. And I've rewatched it all recently, obviously, as it came out on Netflix, as everyone seems to be doing at the moment. His toesies are like quite a dark brown. Maybe that's too dark. Maybe roughly around there. And then the face is like quite a light muted brown, I guess. Test it on the cheeks. That's not too far off, I don't think. Maybe a little bit less saturated. Okay. Well, maybe a little bit lighter for the cheeks, because then this area up here is a little bit darker. I'm just going to use a brush just to detail along the nose. Oh, this bottom jaw needs to be this colour too. Oh, you can still just about see the top of it. Oh, I don't like that. Let me just move that quickly. That's better. The music is extremely quiet. Okay, I'll turn up a bit. It's not Ankano, it's APPA. Oh wait, no, oh, you were responding to a different question. Oh, sorry. Okay. I apologise, Kano, don't hate me. I am still considering making the gang. So I'm considering making, is this colour right? Aang and Sokka and Katara and everyone. But we'll see. Thing with his nose is it's quite, I guess, it's got quite a cool tone to it in some pictures, but some it's quite warm. So I think I'm gonna, to be consistent, I'm gonna probably stick with a warmer colour, but maybe later during editing I can move it to a more cooler shade. Add some more blue tone in. I was considering adding, like, because he has like a saddle when he's being ridden and stuff, I was considering adding that to add a bit more pattern and colour, as Appa is just genuinely just cream and brown, which may not be the most interesting thing to watch me texture, but we'll see. Now his horns really do have a blue tone to them. They're kind of grey blue, so I have a bit of that coolness in. I guess I could use it for the nose as well. I think I'm going to make him a bit more saturated as well as time goes on, just because I think it's more interesting to have a bit more of a saturated colour than a completely drained palette, unless that's what you're going for. So I think that's most of the body parts done. Oh, that must be the teeth. God damn it. Move these out the way. Silly clipping. Okay. And this is also cream. Right. I'm just going to copy these textures across to the other side, but I like to do that a little bit later. I don't know why, it's just my process. Hello, Lesgin. I need more people watching. Well, if only it was as easy as that. Max Christopher Nano. Sorry if I screwed up that name. Now I'm going to do Appa's eyes just to mark her out. Oh, actually that needs slightly darker colour for the face area. Pick this up. just minimize this. Okay. I'm okay, thank you, Exy boy. I'm seeing Max. Thank you very much for sharing. Oh, I'm taking that's okay. Thank you, Mark. It is great, and the voiceover and acting is also great. I'm sure you're all aware. Move this around the corner a bit. Now I need to give him some eyes because that would help. Now his eyes kind of have this outer ring of the cream colour again, and then the inner is more of the darker black eye you'd expect. But yeah, Never Monster Hunter that released this week is actually, it's a spectacular map, and if everyone hasn't checked it out, you should. It's got some beautiful work done. That was done more by Anna and Monster from the team. They did an excellent job with the monsters and all the mobs and texturing and that. Now he just looks a bit scared. I'm good, thanks, Max. I hope everyone's doing okay in this horrible time. I don't mind the highlighting of cubes when you select them, you know. Like, it doesn't happen with texturing, so it doesn't really bother me. It usually helps me. He does have slightly tilted eyes. I don't know. I guess they should maybe be a little bit higher up so the hair can cover them a bit. But I imagine what I'll do is I'll add a... Oh, that was terrifying. A pane over the top to kind of cover it a bit. Yes, the animations are spectacular, especially the boss fight, but I'm not gonna speak about that because that's a secret to discover, hey? No, that did not work. What? Why didn't that work? Oh, now I'm just confused. Why is this not working? I have no idea why that's not working. I'll keep going for now. The underside of the ears also need to be coloured in. So I'm just going to hide everything but the head. Hide this. I should have really have these separate. Yeah, okay. I didn't make any of the models for Never Monster Hunter. I didn't do the models or the textures. That was the rest of my team. No, I only got to manage on that because I was busy with work. But I still very much recommend you guys checking them out because it is some spectacular works and the best we've ever done. Maybe that brown's a little bit too dark. Yeah, I think I might want to use more of the face colour. Oh, you guys all have highlight disabled. Well, that's... I mean, you do you. I can understand why it might get frustrating, but... I mean, for me it works. You would have checked out if you had mine coins. Ah, relatable. Maybe I'll keep that. No, I'm not going to keep that. Yeah, because it's edit only, I don't really feel like it's really bothers me and or affects me. Right. Now let's mark out the underside, the belly. It's quite dark colour, like close to the face, but not quite. I think for the bottom I can just do the face. Oh, no. Just to test out if I like the colour or not. Maybe a little bit less saturated and a bit lighter. Yeah, maybe that's a bit better. It's getting there. I'm just making this model for fun. In response to that, I don't know how you want me to say your name, Shady? I don't know. This is just for fun. It's just because I like Avatar and I was like, I want to make it, and I was like, I might as well make it on stream. So yeah. Okay, so now looking at it, the tail doesn't really come up that much over this front here, but I'm going to at least make it come over 1 pixel just to add that detail. Let's just sort these legs out a bit easier so I can just hide them. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Yeah. There we go. Shady. Okay, cool. Just checking. Why people can't model on their phone. I haven't actually tried modeling on my phone because it just... I mean, it's definitely not efficient. But... yes, no, I don't think it's a good idea. So, obviously, I want to kind of soften off this edge here, so I'm just going to add a slight gradient. Maybe I should try model on my phone just for the heck of it. But like even like a smaller screen size would annoy me. I want to carry these through to this side as well. Ah, I haven't been mirroring. This is a key thing to know, guys. Mirroring your paintings as you're doing it on one side to mirror it across the other is a lot of help and would recommend. Don't do what I do and just forget to turn it on. But I mean, a lot of the time I just flip it in Photoshop anyway, so it doesn't really matter for the stream because I'm just focusing on this side. I want to work out why this pane wasn't working. Because I just want to... I'm not sure. I'm just going to make it bigger for now and work with it. Well, whenever I do that wacky, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, because when I'm painting and then I use connected colors, so I want to copy this on the other side, and I press this, like... Oh, not mirroring painting, God's sake. Right, it just fills in the entire thing, because on the other side, I'm guessing how it's working on the other side, it doesn't have this shape to fill in. To be fair, this isn't the most updated. I do have mirror. It's here. That's at least my understanding of it. So yeah, that doesn't quite work at the moment, as far as I'm aware. But yeah. Non-box UV for the win. Yeah, I mean, actually, to be fair, I don't need to use a box UV for this because, well, it's not going for Minecraft, so. Oh. Why do you keep on doing this? Oh, bye. Yeah, I mean, if it's not being used for Minecraft, then it's not a big deal. But I like... Yeah, Minecraft doesn't need box UVs anymore, as far as I'm aware, because they can use... Well, they can use non-box UVs, but I think on the whole it's preferred, at least by my team, to use box UVs still. Oh, this is annoying. I can't actually see what I'm doing. That'll do for now. But yeah, I mean, at least right now, I'm not intending it to go into Minecraft, so it's not an issue, and it's not for a map, so I don't really have to use anything like that. I'm gonna keep on working on this body. Make sure that this is also textured on the backside. I do tend to focus on the side first, and then the front, and then the back. So like, I will occasionally miss like panes like this, but I always go back over it. It's easier to do it that way. Yeah, it can reduce the file size quite a bit, but I mean, it depends on the project as to whether it's actually worth doing that or not. I think maybe this is still a bit dark if I look at my reference images. Maybe I'll play with the colour a little bit more. I think I might need to play that a bit more when I come down to image editing. Yes, to make those lines I'm just using Shift. A very helpful tip. So yeah, I'm literally just holding that down, holding Shift, and then it creates a line. Yeah, in Photoshop. Okay, so he also has lines along his stomach, kind of marking these different sections. So I should do that now, using a slightly darker, more saturated colour. Down to 1. Not quite there. I'll also probably give some curvature to these, but I'm just going to mark them out for now. Down the tail as well, I'm guessing? Yeah. go. So I'm going to add some curvature to these, just a little bit, so it's worth mirroring for this. I'm not really measuring this, I'm just kind of making it as I go along. I think if I were to like model the characters like Aang, I'd want to kind of think of a style for doing so. Like I'd have to spend a bit more time making something a bit more interesting than just kind of like a Steve model. I mean, it would probably default to kind of like a high tail style, because that seems to be quite popular at the moment. Screencast keys plugin could be useful for viewers. I didn't realize that was a thing. To be fair, I haven't looked for a while. I'm sure there's quite a few things that I haven't really noticed before. Oh, here. That's cute. I like it. I'll have that for next time then. If I remember. TM. I'm tempted to maybe have these front ones be a bit curved the other way, like this. Oh, you can see it right now. That's nice. Didn't have to restart. Because it can give the impression of more roundness. And APPA is quite round. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm just going to finish these tails first. Now you're going to be able to see how much I just Control Z. Oh, it's going to be nice and embarrassing. Plus, I don't know as many shortcuts as I probably should. But, oh well. It doesn't show when I control as well to, you know, use the color picker. Or when I shift to do lines, probably, yeah. Just Control Z. That's what you're gonna see now. You gotta trust the process, I guess. Right, let's work on this front. Because I think I want to try this curved kind of shape. Yeah, I know. I don't really like using the painting grid, if I'm honest. It's all just a bit busy. I just kind of prefer winging it. I'm just kind of all used to it. I guess because it's just one key wacky, it can't really track one key. It might just be a bit much otherwise. I don't know. Because it's hard-coded. Oh, okay, I guess then... This should also... These lines should also be close together than this one. Kano, when are you going to do your animation stream? Yeah, I basically never use the grid. I don't even use it for like, well, I don't really tile on, have to tile on here, but even for counting. That's fair. It probably would have been useful when I was doing those lines earlier. I see you there, Cano, not answering my question. It's planning next week, but I think it's going to be the week later. Ah, you're just so busy, Cano. Game mode 1 just keeping you busy and working hard, I hope. Okay, this is still not the shape I want at all. No, it's your friend. Oh, okay. Are you allowed guests? I guess you could always invite them into your bubble. Okay, that's a little bit better. I might have to come back to that later and I'll come with it with a fresh head. You gonna have a mini party? I hope it's very mini. Right, now for APPA's fur. On the whole, he's very shaggy around here. Around the top of the head here. The chin. And the tail. So it's all along this connection here. So to just mark out, I think I'll go for a slightly darker shade, and I'm just going to mark out these like little clumps of fur and have some shading below it like this, but neater. Let's see how this goes. Better not. You're the only nerdy one. Oh, Cano. I'm sure you'll have a great time. I think I'm just going to make this a little bit darker so when I do shades on top it's going to be easier to work with. And this is the kind of style which I think I'm working on a lot at the moment, like trying to improve, trying to develop, but it's not entirely there yet, so be patient if I redo a lot of it. But I'm going to use very minimal colour palettes, so for this fur I'll probably only use around about 4 shades, maybe a bit more because he's quite large. And for each like part I only want to use probably a mixture of 3 to 6 shades. We'll see how it goes though. Because what I used to do would just use the a very soft and quite low opacity brush, and I would just build up shade that way, which is fine for certain things. And I mean, it can get, I guess, air quotes, a more realistic look. But I want to try a bit more of style at the moment now that I've kind of got the hang of texturing more. I'm kind of getting there with it. Just trying to add a variety of heights in this fur. Some a bit higher up, some a bit lower. Yeah, yeah. High tail stars, kind of lots of like soft shading and gradients, which obviously works, but it's something that I've done a fair bit of already, so I kind of want to expand my style database and abilities. think right now, because it's quite high contrast, it may look a bit, I don't know, a bit funny right now. But I think when I add more of these layers, it will soften up as well as with softer colours. But I'll just keep on working with this. I actually have got my mirror on now, but I haven't done the rest mirrors, so it doesn't really make sense anymore. And don't get me wrong, I like hightail shading, and I think it's beautiful, but it seems to be the one like really trending style at the moment. And I think I want to develop a more Everbloom unique style for our maps, so I'm exploring new things. I don't like what I did here with the model actually. I made like more of a belly, but I didn't really work much on it because it's just kind of hidden by the legs anyway. But well, we'll go with it. Fair enough, Wacky. I think it's because when I first started looking at kind of like pixel art and being like, wow, like I want to do this, I want to try this out. The first kind of styles I was introduced to were these very heavily detailed, shaded styles. Yeah, I guess it can seem a bit blurry, and I mean, colours can very easily get a bit muddy when you do that. So as long as you're very careful with your palettes still and don't let them get too crazy. After saying that, like the texture, like tutorial that I'll be working on will be more of that kind of style because I think it's easier to teach a beginner because as a beginner that's what I did. Now for the face, maybe I'll leave the face shading for now because that's something I want to spend a bit more detail in. I haven't even marked out the arrow yet. Let's do that. Let's mark out the arrow. Gosh. So the arrow is quite a saturated brown, I guess, compared to the rest. Still fairly dark, probably similar darkness to the face, but just a bit more saturated. A bit less. Yeah, maybe a little bit less. I can always play with this again later, but this will do for now. You kind of hated doing the Harry Potter style models because of the non-palette style. Fair enough. I think to do it really well, it is harder, but at least for me, when I was doing it, I found that explaining how the kind of shading works and the brushes worked with the opacity and the softness, it helped. But you know, I guess it all depends on your tastes and stuff. This would actually be a good time to get the grid out. GG. Maybe one more up. Maybe a bit lower too. But like everyone has their preferences and their own style. That's what's great about the current community and the marketplace. I think people are starting to establish some really strong, nice styles. Like Game Mode 1 has a very nice style, Kano. I'm a big fan. No, this arrow's too flat, but I don't really like having these kind of uneven lines. I don't know, it just always feels weird to me. And for this I don't really want to do any kind of anti-aliasing and stuff. And then we have Deck LXIV. 1104? No, it's 100, isn't it? He's just way too good with colours. I'm not sure who that is, to be honest, Mark. Say thanks to with slash well, with, yeah, we'll go with. Yeah, he's done a great job. And Cyclone. I probably have seen Dex models then, I guess, but at the top of my head, I couldn't tell you who he is. I still want this one lowered a bit more. Maybe more like that. The dragon ones. There was a fire one and there was this green one which had all this greenery. Is that the ones? Right? Because if so, then I have seen them and I have liked them. Maybe I even follow him? Oh, I don't know. That's embarrassing if that is who it is. Do I want this kind of arrow? Yeah, the Phoenix Dragon and the Leaf one. Yeah, okay. Alright, fair. I saw that he made the Hightail characters before as well. But like, I think it's his recent work that I most am like, damn boy. Who is he working with again? Maybe this arrow is going to be a bit thin. Maybe I'll make it one thicker each side. Yeah, I'm unsure about the characters he does, in fairness. Like, Ninja Squirrel, yes, because they also have Linz, who's a very nice lady. I've only spoken to her a very small amount, but she seems very nice. Yeah. I mean, Ninja Squirrel is an official team now, so maybe it's a more permanent position. Why do I just not like diagonal pixels? I feel like I could spend so long just trying to get it right. Well, I've just got to go with it for now. That thickness, yeah. Also Piston Studios. I don't know. Solution, sorry. Yeah, there are a lot of new teams at the moment. Like, I can't keep track. So if I miss a team, I'm sorry. It doesn't mean anything. I just can't keep track. But good. Like, I love his models and I love his style. Did he do the modeling and the texturing? Well, this is not going very well. Let's raise this back up to 5. Ah. Diagonal pixels are just like diagonal builds. Yeah, I know. I agree. They just don't look right. Well, actually, after saying that, diagonal builds can sometimes look amazing if done right, but they are a bit of a pain to do right. I guess it's the same with pixels. Right, I need to see the top of his arrow. Let's have a look. Oh, APPA from above. That's cool that he does both. Like, they have quite a cohesive style. Like, I was a huge fan of his textures. I think that's the thing that stood out for me the most. It's nice to see everyone's keeping track of each other in the community, though. That's cute. Oh, this also comes down the side, I think. Yeah, it does. I should have marked that before doing the fur. Oh well. Go around like this. I don't need to mirror this anymore. Cute for him. I like seeing new people in the community, like, developing their style and really coming into their own, because it's nice to see that even though the marketplace has been around for quite a while now, there's still new people out there, because it gets quite hard to find new team members sometimes. I know that we've had trouble in the past. I'm not a fan of how he works with pivots and bone relations, honestly. Is that an animation reason why, Kano? I think I want this... I want the arrow to not be completely perfect, because that just doesn't look natural. Like, he does have fur, it's not going to lay perfectly every time. And then he has one more main one for the tail around here. You're very picky and that's why your team hates you for that reason. It's good to be thorough, Kano. And then I need Ron, which kind of cups the butt around here. And there's 2 more. Maybe I'll raise this one a bit more to be on here and down here a bit. And then 2 more. 1, 2. Over the in between the legs. Fair enough, Kano. But I mean, if it's someone who's fairly new to the process, then I'm sure they'll develop. Okay, right now let's do these arrows, because it's something which I should have done when I was doing the base texturing. It's very important to get the pivot and the bone hierarchy right. I agree, Kano, but sometimes I'm quite lazy with it. Oh, I can't really see what I'm doing right now, so I'm just going to get rid of the shading for a bit. So this comes down the side. There's something oddly nice about a non-shaded model. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I'm sorry if you can hear the incredibly noisy cars outside, but I live on a main road. What can you do? I mean, I'm moving soon, so that's exciting. Well, fingers crossed soon. If everything goes to plan. Normally you work on themselves or you give precise instructions how to model things. So even better for you to do a stream, Kano, because then you can tell everyone else how they have to model things. And then I can learn from you and make Hannah's job easier when she comes to animations. Maybe I want this line a little bit thicker. You don't like the Minecraft store because we can all not get a job and sad about it. Are you talking about the process to become a partner? You hate to give instructions. Well, Kano, that's just how it be. I mean, it takes some getting used to, but like, it's a lot easier if you're able to communicate things to your team, as long as they don't take it personally and think you're trying to, I don't know, micromanage situations, then it's fine. Well, yeah. Come down a little bit like this. If it makes your job easier, Kano, then they should want to do it. They should want to help you and make your job as easy as possible. You want the best you can be. And having specific like guidance and things like that is a lot of help. So this arrow, this part of the arrow here kind of points down to the leg, so I just need to put those on show again. Oh, that's pretty accurate. Maybe like this. You don't want your teammates to feel bad or attacked for how you work. Of course you don't, but like, I think most professionals in a workplace will understand that there are certain ways of doing things that will help others, and I'm sure they won't have an issue with you explaining that to them. And the guys at Game Mode 1 are lovely, so I can't ever imagine there being an issue. But it is hard, especially when you're close with like team members and stuff, to kind of get past personal relationships and friendships. I'm sure it's not an issue, Kano. Okay, I'm again diagonal pixels, eh? Right, now this one kind of points down to the middle of the legs, so oh, let me get my shading back. Probably points down to around about here and then here. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying life with Game Mode 1, Cano. We can all be friends. Okay, so these are looking okay. They don't look perfect, but that's kind of the intention because I want it to look a bit natural. I actually have a plan to, with this model, I'm gonna look at recreating like Avatar: The Last Airbender movie poster or something with it, because I think that'd be quite fun. Not movie poster. The TV show, the original TV show poster. What is this? This is APPA from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yep. And before they're gonna make a second team called Game Mode 2. Classic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be a bit funny. I mean, it wouldn't be funny, but it also would be. Somehow I don't think that's gonna happen though. Maybe I'll make a team called it. Maybe make an add-on. I have about 0 dev expertise. That's not my strong suit. So me making this into an add-on, nada, is not gonna happen. But you know, it would be a cool add-on to be fair. Maybe I'll make the characters remember the Avatar: The Last Airbender and have them do some crazy cool bending moves with animations. I'm sure there is an add-on out there for Minecraft. There's an add-on for Minecraft for everything, but I'm sure there is one for The Last Airbender too. Maybe I want to make this arrow a little bit messier to fit with the rest. No. I take it back. Well, maybe a messier line. I don't know. Hard decisions. Okay, maybe I'll go with this for now. And I'll probably change it back next time you see it. Animations? Yeah, I don't know. Part of me just wants to move on to the next model and like make this into a series and just do the models and textures because that's kind of what I enjoy more and it's what I enjoy streaming more. But I don't know. Make the pattern constant staircase. Really? Okay, well, I'm gonna... Wacky, you've convinced me to go back. I'm going back. Damn it, didn't mirror. Okay, I'm back. Maybe at higher resolution that would work out better. I know I should Wacky... Not Wacky, sorry, Cano. Oop. But, I don't know. I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger so I can add some more detail in the dark. Get those nostrils in. Passion makes the stream more interesting. Yeah, true. I'd love to see Wolf texture pack. I would buy it. A texture pack, damn. Rule through 34.5 of the internet. If it isn't in Minecraft, there's a crafting idea video of it. True. See you, Mark. Right, now for looking at the legs, roundabout. Maybe I should change my background colour. Yeah. We'll see. It also is a little bit fluffy, so I'm going to have some of the colour from the leg come up a little bit, making it look like it's a bit uneven. Go away, other legs, don't need you right now. Ooh, inside him. Not good. Yeah, we'll see, Kano. Maybe I'll enjoy doing animations again. It's been so long since I've done them. I feel like I'd feel really rusty, so I feel like I need to do some practice before making a video about it. Okay, that's kind of what I want, I guess, for the leg. And then I'm going to go over with this darker fur colour again and build up clumps of fur. Why can't I speak today? I think it's the weather. It's been too hot. And on this inside leg, I'm going to pick it up a little bit more because it's the inside leg. It's going to be a bit darker, which is I'm going to have to shade a bit more later. But just by pulling this hairline up a bit, I think it's going to make it seem a bit darker already. Okay, I'm going to do the other legs. God, my body position is really bad right now. I need to get a new desk. Ugh, it's all about them ergonomics. I guess when I move, I can get a new setup. I always love moving because I can always justify buying new furniture and buying new plants and more plants. You were thinking the same thing the other day, Kano. What about your desk or plants? Because I think about plants a lot. Going to move my office outside your house. Oh, really? As in you're going to get a separate office? Or you're going to work in the garden? Because that has very different connotations. And get new furnitures with this exact reason. Yeah. I love getting new furniture. It's a shame not really anywhere's open right now anyway. I'm never too sure about ordering furniture online as you never really know what it looks like. You have no garden. Oh, sad for you. Roofs are for losers. Exactly. You know what? If it rains, you just gotta deal with it. Go hard or I guess go home with a roof. That just gives me flashbacks to when I was much younger and I had basically my first laptop and I made the mistake of sitting outside in the sun with it and it effectively burnt my leg. Ah, classic. Don't take laptops outside, especially if they are black and bad. my hand is already sore from this bloody desk cutting off my circulation. But I mean, I am in a student house, so I guess just a lower standard of living is what I should expect. There we go, that's getting there a little bit. I still think he looks like he's scarred or something. Like he's seen stuff. Well, that's alright for you, Janice. Not everyone can have a new lovely desk and chairs. And a new plant! Ah, oh, way to rub it in. I want to add some more life into his eyes. His cold, dead eyes. Who doesn't want a plant? You can't have any problems when you have plants. God. Okay. Right, I think I'm going to work on the underside a little bit more. Sorry that I'm jumping around from bit to bit, but this happens a lot. Right now these kind of... Obviously it's very flat right now, and I think the colour here is really dark compared to this, but I'm going to try and do a little bit of minimal shading to blend it a bit better. Your last one died because you were moving. Oh, tragic, Kano. Get a new one. So each of these sections, what I expect is how they work is they're like little bumps, which kind of give these lines of indentation. So I'm going to try and replicate that with shading if I can. So at each edge on both sides, I'm going to have it be slightly darker, and towards the middle it's going to get slightly lighter to try and replicate that. Oh, new blockbench feature on Discord. What is it? What is it? Corona stopped everything there. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Poor Italy. Think you're gonna get a new plant this week? Would recommend. Big fan. A new recents list. As in when you're opening new files, you get a preview of what it is. Oh, unless you said preview, which is completely not related to Wacky's comment. Wait, let me see if I can have a look. Updates. Where are you at? Oh, it is. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's starting to feel like other modelling software that I've used in the past as well. That's a really nice, cool addition. I usually try and be really careful about what I name things anyway, so I can tell instantly what I need, but I think that's cool. I mean, obviously, I can't show that right now because of things that may be in my recent list. Yeah, that are secret. Again, I'm having these kind of be slightly uneven because in nature, like, APPA's body wouldn't be completely symmetrical. Is auto adding stream mode that disables recents? Oh, okay. Well, that that would be good. I'm always very nervous that I'm going to open something or do something that's going to show something NDA. Incognito mode. Funny. I just realised that I kind of need a good end to this body bit, which I guess should be another line. Control Shift N. God's sake. A streamer mode would be useful though. I guess it's kind of hard to justify streamer mode if there's not many people streaming though, so everyone start streaming. When SFW models. None of that here, Cano. Child friendly, thank you very much. So child friendly, I'm doing cartoon characters. Thanks for the tips, guys. This front bit's gonna need a bit of work, but I'll do that later. And that's kind of what I want, I guess. I'm just gonna keep on going with this for now. And then I'll reevaluate it later. I always find that coming back to bits after I've worked on something else for a bit helps. Seeing things with a fresh pair of eyes. Blockbench VPN. How'd you get the model? This model? You can't get this model. This is on my PC only. Not like it's gonna be really an issue if I share this model outside though. I mean, I'm not really doing anything with it anyway, so if people want to play with it, then that's fine. Will I be animating this model too? Undecided right now. At some point maybe, but right now I'm happy just modeling and texturing, and then I want to play around with those in renders and stuff and see what we got. We have a nod. I think I'm going to hide this tail for now. I don't like shaming myself with this Control Z that you can all see all the time. Did I say Control Z? I just realised I just said Control Z. I'm not an American. Gosh, what's happening to me? What are these Linus Tech tips? I don't believe I've seen them. Always confuses me because we have someone on our team called Linus. This is all, yeah, okay. Z. I know, that's because Z fighting. I hate that. C fighting. Bloody Americans ruining modelling for me. They're like master blockbench tips. How have I not seen? I've obviously not been paying enough attention to the community. I still don't think the shape that I wanted is completely there yet, but I'm just going to trust in the process for now and change it if I need to later. Big Canadian PC/tech channel. Fair enough. I don't think I'm that tech orientated to really come across anyone like that. No, I don't know what LTT is. Now I feel like I've been missing out on something, like an insider knowledge thing. Oh, I forgot this song was all very operatic. Let's move on. Hi, Emily Jane Smith. This also has operatic music. Ah, whatever. Why are you guys still talking about this? I don't get it. What's wrong with opera? Nothing's wrong with opera. It's just in this music. It's very dramatic and a sudden change of pace, I think. This music is the music I used to play as well when I used to stream. It's called Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is this game soundtrack that was recommended to me for when I'm working. I quite like it. I'm vibing with it. I like how his little chin's still blue. Let's fix that. Opera better than Chrome. Wow. I mean, you're wrong, but that's okay. He's Edge. Oh. God, that's horrible. My dad's computer is so old it doesn't even update to the newest Chrome, so he's on like some early Internet Explorer shit. I'm gonna bring this kind of texturing over to the face now, I think. The bottom jaw I want a little bit... I'm gonna do a little bit darker for now and see what happens. So I'm gonna have most of it be this colour. I mean, I still use Chrome because, I don't know, I use a lot of Google stuff, I guess. The Chromecast feature is very good though. Do I want to do that? Mixed feelings. I don't think I want it for the last bit, but maybe for this bit. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the cheek details would be quite important because he does have a very round face with these little protruding cheeks. Unsure. I wish I could show you, but the other day I did some really cool fur. And I must say, I'm very impressed by how far my fur skills have come along. Oh, that's a weird sentence I didn't expect to say. But I can't. You know it, Kano. One day soon, maybe. Not really that soon, but you know. I just gotta love NDAs. To be fair, I do like, when the projects had released, I do like going back over my work and deciding what I want to post. What is this music? It's great, Tom. God damn it. To be fair, this is one of the more operatic ones again, which I mentioned earlier, is the ones which which sound a bit funky. Oh, why you gotta call me out? Fuming. I kind of vibe to it in the background though. I don't think I notice so much when I'm working. It sounds like Tiara singing. Oh, triggered. Oh, this also has operatic. Maybe I'll just start from the beginning. I mean, the music's not on very loud, because I didn't know how it would come out. Oh, Kano, that's sad for you. Maybe you should just tell us and show us anyway. Maybe? Okay, I'm going to do the next layer of fur. I think I'm only going to do this for kind of the bottom bit and then I'll add bits of detail further up. But I'm not going to do like these layers all the way up of slightly lighter tones. I think I want to go in a different direction, but we'll see. Ah, really, Kanna? I thought I was being so convincing. Yeah, I mean, everyone else seems to hear it well enough to comment on it and to judge it. Okay, I'm going to keep them going for now. I'm sure you will, Kano. One day, the beautiful animations will come to the light of day. The default mob ones. Ah, yes, those beautiful animations, of course. Yeah, it's fair, Wacky. Like, sometimes you look back on work and you're like, ah, yes, I have improved a lot since then. I feel that pain. Which is why taking time out occasionally to make videos and stuff is going to be good, because I can kind of work on my style a bit more without having to worry about deadlines and stuff. So then I can release more up-to-date models rather than just older ones as well, which are hopefully higher quality. I'm kind of not touching this part of the fur, like the head area of the fur, so much at the moment, just because I know that I'm going to want to go back into it and back over it a few times, because that's quite an important area for detail. I'll do the fringe a bit though. I think for my next model I want to do something which is quite colourful and quite patterned, so I can work with some more colour, because that's something I enjoy doing at the moment. Working on my colour theory and stuff. Yes, chin area definitely needs quite a bit of work, I think. Let me have a look over him quickly. Okay, well, he's getting there. Colourful things. Yes, colourful things, Cano. I don't know what specifically, but something nice and colourful. I'm quite enjoying doing kind of like characters from TV shows and movies that I've enjoyed, so I might continue with that trend. You're loving vibrant colours at the moment. Well, That's actually a design trend for 2020 if you're interested at all. Vibrant colours rather than monochromatic colours which we saw last year, where everything was kind of like grey and white with maybe the occasional pop of colour. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas of what I should do, which are nice and vibrant and colourful, then let me know and I'll have a think. I was even considering doing a vehicle next week, but like I've been doing some vehicles recently, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just so slow at doing them. I don't think I could do them very well in the stream at the moment because of how long it takes me to edit parts. Because I want to make it stylized but also realistic. Okay, that looks looking quite good actually. To be fair, vehicles. Vehicles are one of my weaker points right now. I'm getting pretty good at animals and furniture and things like that, but oof, vehicles at the moment are my work in progress. I mean, maybe I could always make a video about doing a vehicle but do a time lapse rather than a stream. And keep stream to more simple things which I can do within an hour, hour and a half. I thought I'd be able to get this texture done way quicker, like within the hour and a half, but I did use a higher resolution than normal, I guess. I'm just going to finish off this leg here and then I think we're going to have to call it a day. I'm going to start making some dinner. I should not be afraid to go like quite wild with some of these lines, like do some higher up ones and give it some variety. What is my Twitter? Ah, what a good question, Ben the Arctic Wolf. My Twitter is @NinjaMasterMC. Really creative and original name, I know. It is in the description below, I think. Did I do it for this one? Oh, I did. Oh. And all the links for Everbloom are also down there as well. Would you cry if you lost this all? That's a terrifying question. No, I probably wouldn't cry if I lost this model. I feel like this is vaguely threatening. I mean, everything's backed up anyway. As everyone should do. Back your stuff up online, on a hard drive or whatever. You're great at your job, great job. That is very kind, Ben. I appreciate that. I try. That's why block bench backups exist. True, that is. That has been a lifesaver for me before. God. Oh. Okay, I think we made decent progress today. What about the flying monkey bat? I'm presuming you mean Momo? The uh, the flying lemur. That's it. Not a monkey bat, a lemur. Um, I mean, I guess we're getting there with him. Still got a bit left to do. Oh, there's a toggle shading right here. Why did I not notice that before? Just gonna flip those over quickly so I can look at it. Yeah, I think this is a good place to end for today. So we've got some of the first starter shading, got all the base shading down, which is good. Got some of the undersized shading started. I guess maybe I'll do a couple touch-ups, but generally I will continue this next week's stream. Same time, same place, 4 PM GMT. Make sure to keep an eye on the Everbloom Games Twitter as well as my Twitter for updates and notifications. Make sure to join our Discord if you want even more notifications. Make sure to ring the bell if you want even more notifications. Why wouldn't you? And I'll see you guys next week. Maybe, well, next week may be a slightly older time, either later or it'll have to be next Monday. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining.